Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. As part of the recent unboxing that I got Kingsport's H.P. Lovecraft's Kingsport Festival, the card game by GOG Unity. This was part of the delivery that Jester sent me late last week. Anyway, we're going to crack this open and see what's in here. Jester suggested I might be able to use this to help me determine the opponent for Christmas in Arkham, but we're going to find out if I'm going to be using it for that right now. So, let's start by looking in here. Fainting and gasping, I looked at that unhallowed Erebus of tightened toadstools, leprous fire, and slimy water, and saw the cloaked throngs forming a semicircle around the blazing pillar. The festival, H.P. Lovecraft, 1923. In the Cavern of Erebus, the ancient mysteries of the Yule Rite returns. Roll the dice, receive the dark resources, summon gods that are ever more powerful, defeat the investigators. You are the evil guys in the terrifying universe created by Howard Phillips Lovecraft. Why settle for lesser evil? Okay. Looks like it's supposed to be a quick game. I see 3 to 5 players, 13 plus 30 minutes. So obviously no solo mode to this one. We'll take the rubber band off. I'm not sure why you rubber banded it. Probably to keep everything from floating around. But let's see what we've got in here. We've got the rulebook, which we'll give our cursory thumb through at the end. We've got our dice. Looks like we've got some special D12s. And then special D6s and a normal D10. Various tarot cards. Actually, let's look at these. Because whether I'm able to use this could depend on which ancient ones are in here. So let's have a look and let's see what ancient ones are actually in here. Because I recognize Yog-Sothoth at a first glance. Let's see, we've got Yog-Sothoth, Solka, the Green Flame, Nyarlathotep, Cthulhu, because of course you've got to have Cthulhu in any Mythos game, Shub-Niggurath, our opponent for Christmas in Arkham, another Zolka, I'm not sure why there's two in here, Amigo, so probably monsters. We've got the Night Gaunt. I was hoping we'd see more ancient ones in here. Maybe there'll be more once we get further into the box. We do have Rand-Tagoth, who is another ancient one that crosses over. We've got a few Rand-Tagoth cards. Katanathoa. Our characters probably Daniel Upton, Frank H. Pabodie, William Dyer, Nathaniel Wingate Peasley, Albert N. Wilmarth, Zadok Allen, George Gamel Angel, Gustav Johansson, Randolph Carter, he's a name I recognize right off the top of my head, John Raymond LaGrasse, Robert Blake, Henry Anthony Wilcox, Henry Armitage, and William Channing Webb. Let's see what the other cards are in the box. I normally don't go through cards like that, but they happen to be available to me and sleeved, so I won't have to worry about sleeving them either. If I can ever get these back in the bag. There we are. See if we can close that up. We can. Looks like we got more of the, looks like we got more monsters in here. Probably more of the weaker stuff. But let's see what else we've got in here. Looks like we've got the ancient ones again. Not sure what to make of this yet, but we'll find out once we start giving the rulebook a thumb through. Might be modes for different difficulties in here, but yeah, looking at this, I'm actually not. I did see a couple cards for Yig in here, though. Looking at this at first glance, though, I don't think I'm warm to using this for Christmas in Arkham, just because it doesn't have to determine the opponent for either Christmas in Arkham or the Summer of Lovecraft. Just because the ancient ones are not only not all in here, but the ones that aren't evenly spread in here. But let's give the rulebook our cursory thumb through. And just to make sure I'm not doing anything stupid, I'm going to make sure I've got the bottom of the box. So we'll get that out of the way. I am still thinking about the last game I want to put on the channel tonight. So I'm going to probably work on more of these unboxings while I think about that. We've got a fairly small rule book, so let's take a look at this. Idea and purpose of the game. Okay. We've got how all the Elder Gods... Okay, we've got all the Elder Gods, cult points to determine the winner, strength against the Investigator, and how the Investigator cards are drawn, or the layout of them. Setup. As much as I like the thematic text in here, I think I'd rather have this be legible. Seems pretty straightforward at a glance. Sanity and raids. How the game ends. Some FAQs. And credits. Okay, a pretty quick unboxing there, but I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to probably start knocking out a few of these while I decide the last game I want to play, and I'm checking to make sure I've got the bottom of the box that I'm putting stuff back into. Maybe that might be why I was going to say that might be why why he had it rubber banded, but no, because it was difficult to close. It wasn't closing because I had the dice in a weird place. But that's everything in the box for Kingsport Festival, the card game. Stay tuned, we'll have some more product unboxings tonight while I think about what my last game for tonight is going to be. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.